In today's video, we will talk about a broad topic in project management, which is the communications management. There are various questions about project communications management in the PMP exam. Besides that, understanding project communications management can help any professional dealing with projects. Project communications management includes the processes necessary to ensure that the information needs of the project and its stakeholders are met through development of artifacts and implementation of activities designed to achieve effective information exchange. Project communication management consists of two parts. The first part is developing a strategy to ensure communication is effective for stakeholders. The second part is carrying out the activities necessary to implement the communication strategy. As you can see in the definition on your screen, project communications management is a collection of processes that help to ensure that the right type of information is communicated and understood at the right time by the right people. So one of the key things in project management is to share the right type of information with the right people at the right time. And this is the primary goal of undertaking the series of steps designated for project communications management. There are three stages in project communications management. The first one is plan communications. At this stage, a communication management plan is developed. In this plan, it's described in details that what type of information should be communicated to which stakeholders at which time. For example, the project progress report should be communicated to stakeholder A, B, and C in a bi-weekly manner. That's what the communications management plan describes. The next process is the managed communications. In this process, the project is under execution, and you as a project manager or anyone responsible for project communications management are sending the weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, or maybe quarterly reports to the stakeholders. In the same time, you might receive different types of reports as well. The next stage, which comes under the monitoring and controlling process group, is monitoring the communications. At this stage, the project manager should ensure that the communications are made based on the predefined criteria, which is described in the project communications management plan. There are two things in the basic communication model. Number one is sending the message. Number two is receiving the feedback. In sending the message, the first person is the sender, who sends out the information. The person on the other end is the receiver. Next, there is a medium for exchanging information. The sender encodes a message in the medium and sends it to the receiver. There might be noises on the way of the message. Noise is anything that interferes with the transmission of message or acknowledgement. For instance, distance, unfamiliar technology, lack of background information, or languages. If the person on the other side does not speak English and you are conveying a message to them in English, the gap which could be created by the difference of the languages is a type of noise. Once the message is sent to the receiver decodes the message, which means that they are interpreting the message for themselves. When they receive the message, there is the next part of the communication model, which is the feedback. In here, the receiver becomes the sender. They are the one who is going to give you feedback about the message that you gave them. And you on this side become the receiver. They encode you the feedback and send it to you. There might be again noise on the way of the message. Once the message is received by you, you decode the message. You interpret the message for yourself. So this is how the communication model works. There could be different types of communications in a project. The first, there is formal communication and informal communication. You sitting in a meeting is a type of formal communication. Chatting on the lunch table, however, is the informal type of communication. Both formal and informal could be verbal and written. For the formal verbal, meetings is a good example. For the formal written, RFIs could be a good example when one of the stakeholders sends you the request for information. For the informal, the verbal, as I mentioned earlier, talking with your colleagues on the lunch table, that's the verbal informal type of communication. Messaging through WhatsApp or any other social media platform is the informal written type of communication in a project. I hope you liked the content of the video. If you found them informative, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video for more content like this. Thank you very much for watching.